Although you're being an asshole. Back up. Come on, back up. Go on, go. Don't go too far. Don't go under the fence. Go potty and come right back. You don't get to go out until he comes back. Because I don't want to chase after you two. Welcome, welcome to story time. Oh, now you got it? I'm doing well, Vicky Stark, and how are you? I should make tea. Oh, Lisa, I miss you guys too. Oh my God, it's horrible. I just can't believe that they've done. I'm so done with TikTok. I really am. I'm so done with them. I really am. They took all the fun out of it. I should make some. I should make some tea. Oh, hi, Dragon Witch. So good to see you. I'm so sorry, Lisa. Yeah, I'm on YouTube, not TikTok. TikTok banned me from going live. So I have... Hang on a minute. Who are you barking at? Oh, you're barking at me because you want to come in. Fine. Fine. See if I care. See if I care, guys. I will not give two living shits. I promise you that. I will not give a shit. Oh my God, I'm getting so fat. I gotta lose weight. I know. Me too, Charity. Me too. I really am. I'm so over it. Oh, I forgot to... Yeah, let me turn my white lights on. Thank you, VW. Okay, so I'm going to throw some hot water on real quick for tea while I wait for a few more people to join in case people are late. Just give me a second. It will only take a second. I think I would like a nice cup of tea. I'm getting kind of addicted to that shit, honestly. Really. 4 more years. They're chanting 4 more years. The news people are calling them. The news people are finally calling what Donald Trump is attempting a coup. So that's good. At least they're recognizing that it's not just the fact that he's insane or has a big ego. He is actually attempting a coup. So at least there's that. I don't feel so good today, so it was a rough day. I don't want to have days like today anymore. Thank you very much. Just a second. Almost done. I will come over and we can start our live. Almost done. I'm going to have to start ordering. Do you guys order your honey online? I'm going to have to start ordering my honey in bulk, I think, because I like it. I like using honey too much. I'm afraid I'm going to be using way too much of it. It took them long enough, right? Hi, late. Oh, you're always late. Oh, no, you're not too late. Are you getting fat too? Oh, yeah, I know who you are. I figured that's who it was. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Sharon. I hate TikTok. Me too. TikTok 1 star. Hi, Barbara Heath. How you doing? Cancel TikTok. Let's show TikTok. Show TikTok who put them on the fucking map. I figure if we wanted to watch network television, we would have been watching network television, not playing on TikTok. If we wanted to see all blues checks in our feed, we would have been watching YouTube or Facebook or, any number of other ones that allows Hollywood to run it. But we didn't want those things. We were on TikTok because we didn't want those things. And here we are. TikTok is shoving it up our ass. Right? Well, it has changed completely. Try to buy local, honey. Okay. It has changed completely since I got on it. Just in the since they started getting advertisers and investors, they have changed 150%. And what they don't realize is the reason we were on TikTok is because we are tired of that old standard of shit. And then they took it away. I'm sorry, relative ancestor. I'm so sorry. I hope you left him a 1-star review and told him why. Leave him a 1-star review and tell them why. Thank you. I was so hurt when I saw that they banned me for 7 days. Because of how many people are starting to really enjoy my lives, and it helps them start their days and blah, blah, blah. And I was really, it's like every single time that I have been excited about my progress on TikTok and what's going on, it seems like TikTok goes, bam, fuck you, bitch. You only think you're having fun. Watch this. We're the boss. We're going to bitch slap you and make you feel like shit about yourself for, I don't know, a week or so. When we're done fucking with you, we're going to let you have some more fun again. But you forget that who's the boss is, and bam! Fuck you, bitch. Thank you, Holly. And I'm tired of the bam! Just every time. Every time that I start to get excited and feel like I'm getting some traction, TikTok shuts me down and punishes me for something. And frankly, I'm done. I am really done. I'm going to start using TikTok to edit my videos. I'm going to put my videos in long montages so that people can play them in a reel on YouTube. I'm going to put Butterhag June 2020, a reel of all my TikToks. Butterhag July 2020, a reel of all my TikToks. Yay, Holly, thank you. Let me pour this water on my head. On my tea. So yeah, I here, Facebook finally went too far too. Hey, Dylan. Look at that. You'd think I was on the For You page. I got a hater. I'm amazed that a hater would have followed me over here from YouTube. I mean, from TikTok. It's as if I'm on the For You page, right? It's as if I'm on the For You page. Yeah, only reason why I got the app is to have some kind of entertainment while your dad was asleep, right, Charity? Oh, hi, Charity. Democrat Dylan on TikTok. Okay, did you mean to call me Bitter Hag? Or is that a typo? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm back on the For You page, right? Although I don't think he meant to call me Bitter Hag. That's what the person who gave me the name Butterhag, okay? That's what the person who gave me a name Butterhag was meaning to call me. He meant to call me a bitter hag, and instead he typoed and said Butterhag. Hello, Gossip Boy! Oh my God! Hello, hello, hello! Where have you been? I've been wondering, where have you been? I haven't seen you. I am banned off lives on TikTok, and I had the craziest stalker. Can you imagine? Another stalker. It's a lot of people asking for money nowadays, or it's a lot of celebrities nowadays. Hello, Zuri. Butter Gang. It's called the Haglets. #1 fan Haglet. It's Butter Hag and the Haglets. Are you a Haglet, Bryn? So nice to see you guys. Look at that. I got 31 people. There were times on the For You page. There were times on TikTok where I didn't get 31 people, even with 200,000 followers. So yay. Yay for that. Are you a Haglet? I am banned for 7 days, but I don't plan to go back after the 7 days. I'm not going back after 7 days. Because if they banned me for 7 days for the reason that they did, for what I was doing when they banned me, it's going to happen again. And the next time they're going to take my whole fucking account. And I'm not, I'll tell that story in a second, Simon. I am not about losing all of that work because they perma-banned me. So I am just going to stop using TikTok. I'm going to edit my videos. I'm going to create videos, use TikTok to edit them, and post them someplace else. I just got banned from my lives on TikTok. I didn't get banned from all of TikTok, but that would be the next step. If they banned me 7 days because this guy doxed me and sent someone to the house. He called, he found out where I was, and he figured he used my zip code for my P.O. box to figure out where I was. And then he called the city zoning company, the city zoning board, inspector, whatever the fuck, and told them that I was illegally squatting on this land without appropriate sewage. And then he commented on my video, and I saw the inspectors up by the building and wondered if that was because somebody had sent them. And then he commented on my videos. He asked me innocently in one of my lives just a few days ago if I have a toilet on my bus and what was my 10-digit zip code. Then he commented on the video saying that I was a liar, because I had said that, yes, I pay taxes, because I do pay taxes. Even though I rent this spot, part of my rent goes to the taxes, moron. And I'm paying taxes on all my other stuff too. So he said, she's a liar. She doesn't pay taxes. She's parked on someone else's land, and she's currently under investigation. That's what he said. And that freaked me out. And I went to, he sent somebody, just like the other one sent the cops, he sent the county zoning board. One sent the cops, one sent the county zoning board. Both of them intent in causing me great harm. Of course I was triggered. And I went on live to talk about it. And people on my live started talking about that Florida home raid by the governor. The data scientists' houses getting raided. Be careful, you're in Florida. That could happen to you. And TikTok banned me for controversial content. I think that the guy who made that video saw my live and reported it for controversial content. And TikTok banned me for 7 days because I was talking about my stalker on my live. Now, they let my stalker video, the other stalker video, go viral, and they let me talk about that stalker accounting in my live. Every single time I went live, they would run that on the For You page so people would come in to talk to me. But this time, this stalker, I get shut down for? Really? For 6 days? So they really don't like me. They really don't like me. And I figure the very next step is they're going to permanently ban me. And I've heard of too many people just getting permanently banned out of the blue. And I'm not going to wait till that shit happens. Fuck them. I'm not going back. They don't want me on TikTok. I won't go back. By the time 7 days is up, when I can go live, I'll be over it. And I'll just use it as an editor. I won't go live again. I know, right? He's getting his. He sure is, Holly. Oh my God. He got canceled. The stalker got canceled. He got fucking canceled. I didn't do it either. Somebody who watched what he did to me, who has been watching his account, who knows his boss, somebody who saw what he did to me, knows his boss, and said his boss is already sick of his shit. Oh yeah, his name is he might have canceled his account by now, because he most certainly got outed, and he's threatened me with more harm since then. The name on his account is Sledgewagon. Yep, his name is Sledgewagon. And his real name, I know his real name, and listen to what happened. This is so cool. Sludge, you and not an E, Sledgewagon. He's from Detroit, and somebody who knows his boss saw what he did to me and took screenshots. Somebody who knows his boss took screenshots of what he did to me and sent it to his boss. And then they went to one of his videos and commented on landmarks to let him know that they knew not only who he was, but where he was. And he freaked out and said to them, "Oh man, this is a public forum. Why don't you send me a PM?" And he responded to Sledgewagon with a tag to me and in a happy face emoji wearing sunglasses. We need to stand up to them. I said we can all give them a 1-star rating in the App Store and cancel them. We can continue hi Beach Bum, we can continue to use the app, but give them a 1-star rating. We need to here's the thing. Since they got on the map and started getting investors, they brought in all. If we wanted to watch network TV, we would be fucking watching network TV. But we didn't want to watch network TV. We liked being on TikTok because we get to hear fresh voices. We put TikTok on the map with our activism, and now they want us to stop being activists because they've got the Hollywood money coming in. That's all they care about. We made them what they are. We can shut them the fuck down by giving them 1-star reviews in the App Store, right? Do they think that Donald Trump is the only one who can get shut down with 1-star reviews in the App Store? Because Donald Trump isn't the only one who can get shut down with 1-star. We can show them who the fuck is the boss. If we wanted to watch network TV, we would stream network TV. We liked all of the originality on TikTok, and now that we put them on the fucking map, they're cutting us out. I say fuck no, cancel TikTok. Show them who's the fucking boss. Our activism put them on the goddamn map. Our activism put them on the fucking map. Cancel TikTok. You can keep using the app, just give them a 1-star rating. Until they cry fucking uncle. If we wanted, and that we should send that message to the advertisers too. If we wanted commercials on Hollywood content, we would be watching network television. We came to TikTok to get away from network fucking television. Put your advertisements on the real people, because that's what built this app. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. So sorry. It's not good. Look at this. I got 43 people in here. Holy shit. Right? If they keep it up, they'll end up with legal issues like Facebook. That's right. They saw the money and they jumped on it, and they're kicking us to the fucking curb because they have to be politically correct now. Fuck you. Users built you with our activism. Gen X making you so cool by being activists. That's what built TikTok. And now they're kicking us to the curb so they can bring in the fucking plastic face Dr. Phils who have so much goddamn plastic surgery you can't recognize that their face actually used to be human. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. TikTok was just a bunch of little teenagers dancing. Well, we can shut them down by giving them 1 star. We can shut them down by being smart against them like we've been smart against everybody else before they get too much power. That's right. Well, people go to TikTok for the originality, not for the canned Hollywood shit. Although those Hollywood people get millions of followers the second they join. The second they join, they get millions of followers. So I guess it really kind of proves me wrong because everybody follows them. They get the most followers. So that must be what TikTokers want, is those canned Hollywood horse shit. I'm such a purist. Maybe I am a hippie after all. I watch CNN, that's it. I don't like any of the talk shows. I'm going to have Christmas cookies and tea. The activists put them on the fucking map, and now Hollywood is all interested. Now that there's a chance for the Hollywood to scoop in and make some money, Hollywood is on their fucking way. It disgusts me. It really does disgust me. Christmas cookies and hot tea. Sounds lovely. Hang on a second. Oh my gosh, this tea tastes lovely. I really needed that. I really needed that. So how's it going? Did I miss something? I know, right? I don't get that either. Right, Gossip Boy? Wasn't it fun? I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. Anywho. Oh my gosh, tea and Christmas cookies. Hot tea. It's chamomile and ginger lemon mixed together. I'm going to have to start buying that shit in bulk too. Yes, you're right, Holly. Look at this. I got 35 people in here. At least finally the network televisions are starting to call it a coup, right? Why, you guys? I was the only one that was calling it a coup 2 months ago. I've been calling it a coup for 2 months. Network television is finally starting to call it a coup. So frustrating to have my voice shut up when I'm right. I haven't ever tried raspberry zinger tea. Okay, Josh. I want my own show. I don't want to watch other people's shows. I want my own show. They haven't been calling it as long as I have. I called for the downfall of the Republican Party in July. And I've been saying that the Republican Party was never going to hold the office of presidency since the day Donald Trump got elected. I've been saying he's going to take down the whole party since the day he got elected. Nobody else has been saying that. Hi, Misty. Nobody else has been saying it as long as I've been saying it. But that's okay. I don't count. They count. They got clout. I don't have clout. That's right, Holly. Now, I just realized the axis of evil, the trifecta of evil. Oh, that's weird, Whitney. Hi, Whitney. I love you. I'm going to download all of my TikTok videos and post them in series. Butterhag June 2020 in a reel. Butterhag July 2020 in a reel. You know, and just get all of my months of TikToks posted so people can do it like a playlist and listen to all of them back to back. I'm sorry she can't speak. It's nice to see you. Thank you for coming over with me. Hi, Mary Lou. Donald Trump has had this plan since 2012. Vladimir Putin got a copy of Obama's pandemic plan and knew that the big part of the plan was contingent upon states all implementing vote by mail. I bet it even discussed how some states may have to rush the process through. Vladimir Putin saw that pandemic plan and knew our Constitution has the 12th Amendment and came up with the idea that all of the mail-in votes would be able to be challenged and Donald Trump could in fact end up stealing the election. So that's been the plan all along. The virus was deliberate because without the virus, nobody would have needed to vote by mail. The virus was released on the United States by by Vladimir Putin. Donald Trump knew it was coming. Donald Trump has known the virus was coming since 2012. 2012 is the very first time Donald Trump ever tweeted about our elections being rigged. That's when this plan started. The first time that he tweeted about our elections being rigged. It has 0% chance of working, but it is going to greatly weaken. If not, we're in World War III. I consider this virus World War III. And the damage that he's doing to us right now is incredible. I don't see how he can stay in office past the certification of the vote. Honestly, I really don't see how he can stay in office. The fact that so many Republican leaders are backing him, he's not going to be successful. And all of those leaders are going to be arrested as soon as Joe Biden's sworn in. Every one of them are going to have to get pardons from Donald Trump before he leaves office in order to save their asses for supporting this man in his attempt to overthrow the United States government. Conspiring with other countries, and I believe he is conspired with not only Russia, but he tried to conspire with North Korea. North Korea told him to fuck off. He has conspired with Saudi Arabia and Israel. Israel is in on this shit too. Israel wants there to be a genocide against black people. I believe it. I've never met a Jewish person that didn't hate black people. I am not a racist against Jewish people. I am a racist against racists, and that 90% of Jewish people, or a good chunk of Jewish people, hate black people. And that doesn't change when you cross the pond. And I think that Israel is involved in it, Saudi Arabia is involved with it, and Vladimir Putin's involved with it. And they all knew that black people are going to die at a much greater rate than white people. And white people will get better medicine and better health care. They are very, very racist. And I'm tired of them getting a fucking pass because of the Holocaust. They are hateful and racist, and if they are going to treat black Americans like they do, then they're going to get treated just like the right-wing extremists. I'm sorry, I do not give a shit. And I'm sick of the racists in Israel causing us so much strife and pain. If they can't figure out how to love each other and live like human beings with their neighbors, then maybe they deserve whatever their neighbors bring on to them after we stop supporting them unconditionally. Hello, Kitty Cat Granny, nice to see you. They're so racist. I don't know if Turkey was in on it. I don't know that much about Turkey, but I know for sure Israel, maybe Turkey, Israel, Russia, Saudi Arabia, for sure, and Donald Trump. Axis of evil. Wait a minute, Axis is supposed to have 3 points, right? Not 4. Anyway. Donald Trump, I think, is the United States mob boss for the Russian mob. There might be a chance he's a mini mob boss, some kind of a mob boss. This motherfucker acts just like a mob boss. Just like a mob boss. You go watch The Sopranos, it's crazy how close he is to like Tony Soprano in the way he's acting. He is so close to Tony Soprano. I love The Sopranos. I've watched that series 4 or 5 times. Oh, I'm not upset right now, Heather. Or Barbara Heath. Why did I call you Heather? Anyway, that's, I don't know anybody that's calling out the axis of evil and actually saying, Russia planted it. They made it look, the plan all along was to blame it on China. That was the plan all along. Russia all of this has been the plan all along. And we walked right into it with the pandemic. That's why he wouldn't let them start working on the least attention that he allowed to be given to the pandemic. The more infections there would be and the better off he would be. He doesn't care how many people dies. That's what he meant when he told his followers in that rally I forget where it was, but it was in August or September. He told all of the people at that rally, New York Magazine called it a coup. I'm telling you, it's a coup. He told this virus was brought on by Donald Trump. Because of what Obama's pandemic plan said. This is World War III. It really is. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. Yeah. All of it has been brought on. It's been in the works. And it was a Keystone Cop plan. This is the kind of plan that worked for Vladimir Putin in Russia. He knew how bad it was and he deliberately ignored it because he knew that his base would want to fight the Democrats. It's my God-given right not to wear a mask. He knows that the more people, he does not care how many of his followers he kills. The whole plan was genocide. You've got the Kenosha sheriff being so emboldened to stand in front of a fucking news conference and say that black American males need to be locked into a fucking warehouse and never see the light of day again. This is an attempt at genocide. This virus is genocide. They want all the old people on Social Security killed off. And they want black people killed off. Fuck yeah. All of that shit happened. And see, here's how he's getting away with it. Is he has had us being hit with body blows, one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. And it makes us hard for us to keep track of all the shit he's pulled. The very first thing he did when he got in office was throw away Obama's pandemic plan. That's not because he's stupid or had a big ego. It's not because he's stupid or he had a big ego. He really wanted the country to be defenseless when the pandemic hit. It was not a coincidence. The very first thing he got in office, he especially identified our members of the armed forces that are involved in our space program. He gave them a special title. Why the fuck do you think Donald Trump wanted the military members of our armed forces to have a special title if they were involved with our space program? Why do you think he wants them to be identified specially? He wants them to be identified specially so they can be fucking targeted to be bribed. If it's easy for Russia to figure out which military officers have the keys to our satellite kingdom, then Russia can target them easily. These are all things that nobody, the Young Turks or no fucking other buddy, eventually everybody's going to catch up to me and everybody's going to say, well, they're talking about it. Yeah, they're talking about it, but I've been saying it for 2 fucking years. 4 years. Thank you, Linda. He did it so they can be targeted. Trust me, Space Force does not want to be fucking called Space Force. I promise you that shit. That is espionage horseshit right there. That's espionage horseshit. The minute he did that, I knew. The very first speech, I started seeing Hitler clues. But the minute he renamed Space Force, I knew this motherfucker is about to flip us and turn us over to the Russians. Think about it. If Vladimir Putin had his best friend in the White House, or better yet, a puppet in the White House, what chance would Canada have? What chance would anybody have against an alliance between Israel, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and the United States? What chance would the world have if those 4 powers hooked up? What fucking chance would anybody have? Nobody would have any fucking chance. That's what the plan was. Hi, Beach Bum. Hi, Jennifer. That's what the plan was. Those 4 powers hook up. Are you kidding me? They have world domination. They have world domination. And those are the kind of people. Saudi Arabia had a fucking reporter ripped apart while he was alive, limb by limb. That's who Donald Trump wants an alliance with. Saudi Arabia. The country that had a reporter, an American citizen, ripped apart. Was he an American citizen? An American reporter ripped apart limb by limb. We caught it on tape. He was alive. That's the kind of people that are in Saudi Arabia. That's who Donald Trump wants to get in bed with. Vladimir Putin poisons people or has hitmen kill them who disagree with him. That's the kind of person Kim Jong-un had half his fucking family murdered because he was paranoid after he took power. That's the kind of man he wants to get in bed with. The Mossad from Israel. That's the kind of people he wants to get in bed with. They love power. They want to rule the world. They want to have Gestapo raids like we just saw the Republican governor do. Republicans right now are fighting like snakes in a fucking corner because they know their party is going to burn to the fucking ground when Biden gets in office. I don't know for sure. She hasn't told me. It doesn't matter. I think she might be coming like Christmas Day. I don't know. She and her husband just bought a new truck, so I'm not sure. I hope she doesn't end up having to I hope she doesn't end up having to you're feral. You kind of disowned and your family are questionably racist, right? Right. I have known, I wasn't raised to be anti-Semitic. I really wasn't. My family was racist against people of color. They didn't like Mexicans. They didn't like black people. They didn't like Puerto Ricans. They didn't like anybody, any people of color. But they weren't racist against Jewish people. They had respect for a smart Jew. They knew a few smart Jews, and oh my God, they used to just go on and on. They thought smart Jews were just the cat's meow. They were like, oh yeah, he's a Jew, and we used to, my mom used to work for a Jew in a pawn shop in the town where I was born. She worked for this Jew in a pawn shop, and oh, she used to go on and on about how fucking smart he was, Oh, those Jews, she loved to, like, some of the shit that she'd see him do because he's so smart, and and she used to go on and on about. So I was not raised to have any kind of prejudice against Jewish people at all. In fact, I was raised to think that they're kind of cool because they're smart and crafty and, Oh, I'm not racist at all against other races. Not at all. Oh, you don't know my content if you're asking me if I'm racist. I'm not racist at all. But that's a long story. But I wasn't raised to be racist against Jews at all. But Jews have made me, just from my interactions with them in the world, not trust them. I have a couple of good friends right now that are Jewish that I just fucking adore. But I know that they're racist, and I just fucking hate it. We can't just because Jews like us and we like Jews and we get along good, that doesn't mean we can turn a fucking blind eye to the racism. We really can't. It's not acceptable, especially from a persecuted people. You would think that they would be the first people to not want to persecute a minority. That it makes me so disappointed in them, I guess, because I didn't grow up to distrust or dislike Jewish people. But little things happened throughout my life that eroded that trust. And now the fact that, the racism it's the racism for me. It really is. I can handle any other part of Judaism or Jewish people. I think they're fascinating. Actually, I kind of get the hots around Jewish men. I have to be careful because something about Jewish men and the way that they treat their women, it's really intoxicating. It really is. And I know that Jewish men don't marry. They like American women, but they don't marry American women. So I really am not ever interested in going there because that kind of fucked up shit is not something I can handle. I can't handle that kind of fucked up shit. And so, but I'm telling you what, I don't know. The a Jewish guy, he was American, right, Mary Lou? Holy cow. Yeah. There is something. There's something. So it's not that I have a racist issue with Jewish people. I have an issue with racists. And unfortunately, a Jewish person has to prove to me or let me know that they're not racist before I automatically assume it. They do. They treat their women very well, and it's such an attractive. It's an attractive sort of respect for females that is. It's an attractive sort of respect for females that it's fucking cool. Everybody wants to be loved that way. I think I had the hots for Jewish men since I saw Charlotte on Sex and the City find Harry. I mean, everybody wants a love story like that, right? Where you find somebody who just adores you and all of your flaws. Might not really. They were Southern Baptist ish. Southern Baptist ish. That's right, Simone. That's right. He sure does. That's right. That's exactly right. That's why it's appalling, and I can't believe more people don't realize it. But this virus was deliberate. It was deliberate by Donald Trump. all of the axis of evil, the new axis of evil that Trump created, are in on it. And they really honestly felt like they were going to be able to destroy our democracy. And they didn't. It didn't work. Thank God it didn't work. He needs to go to prison. We need to resurrect the gallows. We need to erect gallows beside the Washington Monument. They need to be tried for treason. Sentenced to death by hanging. We need to send a strong fucking message to the world and the rest of the country that overturning the democracy of the United States will not be tolerated. He doesn't need prison. He needs a death penalty, Brittany. He needs the fucking death penalty. He needs the death penalty. He needs the death penalty. We need to send a strong message. This is not going to be tolerated in these United States. You will fucking die for it. Anybody got a problem with that? Step right up. We'll help you out. You will fucking die if you try this on us again. Watch. Watch. That's right. That's the message that we need to see. Joe Biden, are you listening? That's the message that we need to send. You cannot do this to this country and get the fuck away with it. You will fucking die. And we will have a public execution, and anybody who has a fucking problem with it can go down too. This is not acceptable. This is our democracy, and we will not allow you to start a civil war in order to take control. And especially hand out a fucking virus to try to help you do it. Anyway. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I love you guys. I'm so glad you guys showed up. Holy shit. Like Mussolini, right? Because they said, let them eat cake. Who was it who fiddled while Rome burned? Donald Trump's golfing while America dies. Thank you, relative ancestor. What happened to Charity? I'm sorry for your loss, Charity. I don't think Biden is going to... Oh, you don't know what Biden's going to do, Brittany. You don't know what Biden's going to do. It's not fucking up to Biden anyway, is it? Biden said he's going to let the State Department handle it. I think we need to start writing our congressman. I think we need to start, as soon as he's out of office in charge, we need to start a petition. We need to send a strong damn message, or we need to, I don't know. We need to send a strong message. He needs to not be able to get away with this shit. We have been terrorized for 4 years. He cannot get away with terrorizing us for 4 fucking years. Yeah, well, every one of the cronies who were in on it, every single Republican who has supported his attempt to overthrow the government of the United States should swing with him. Every single one of them. They have done this to us during a pandemic when Americans are dying. They all need to swing at the fucking gallows. Nero fiddled while Rome burned, and Trump golfed while America suffocates and starves. Crimes against humanity. Countless crimes against humanity. And every motherfucking Republican who has said this election was rigged needs to be hung right fucking beside him. Or this will never go the fuck away. If we don't do that, it was negative, Swarm. Thank you for asking. It was negative. Thank you for asking. This will never go the fuck away. If we don't say something right now. Anyway, sorry I got so passionate. I was actually going to do story time tonight. Right now I've got a headache. What is wrong with Charity? What did I miss? What is wrong with Charity? I don't see Charity saying anything. He passed in July. I'm so sorry, Charity. Did you lose both of your parents to COVID? I know, right, Charity? They need to be hung. Thank you, Elaine. I mean. Hi, Margie Boyd. Love you too. Me too, Brittany. Me too. Me too. I am ready to hit the streets. I really am. I really am. I'm going to make, I will protest. I will protest and ask for the death penalty. They all need to have the death penalty. Treason is hanging by death. Death by hanging. Yep. Barr doesn't get off just because he's finally woke up. Barr knew what the deal was. Barr realizes it's gone too far now. Hi, Bob. Oh, nice to see you, Gemini Bob. That's right. Too many to list, right? But we need to get them all. We need to get them all. We need to give deals to a few of them to get them to sing. Holy shit, look at how red my eyes are. Maybe I need to lay off the weed. My eyes are so red. Oh, I miss you guys too. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't go live on TikTok. If I wasn't shadow banned before, I am most certainly shadow banned now. If TikTok lets my canceled TikTok video go viral, weed is the medicine. Oh, I'm so sorry. Your boyfriend had a heart attack. Your mom died of liver cancer. I am so sorry, Charity. Holy cow. Right, Greg? Well, you know, it's true. I can't deny it. And I'm really tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And today has been a really rough day. I did get a few things accomplished, though. Gonzo went to the vet. Don't have to list them, just gather them up. That's right. Stephen Miller, too. Oh, my God. I'm sure the FBI has a file on every one of them. Honestly, I have a lot of faith in the FBI. I'm sure the FBI has a file on every one of them. I think that the city guys, you really are a rock star. So anyway, I think the city guys, the way that they reacted when I drove past them, they got a big grin and they smiled and waved. Oh gosh, you missed a lot. Hi, Kamala. You missed a lot, honey. I've been live for almost an hour. I was saying something. I forgot what I was saying. Oh my goodness. Trump has a file. That's right. As soon as they fired as soon as he tried to bribe the first FBI guy, they all got a file. As soon as he tried to bribe the first FBI guy, the inspectors, oh, that's right. The way that they acted when I started driving past them and they saw me, the way they acted was like, oh well, it's like he must have told them where he found my information from. It's like almost like they must have seen my TikTok content, because they seemed too happy to see me. Like they waved, like I thought, wow, they waved like they were excited to see me, not like they're inspector guys standing there, like they were like fan waving at me. And I waved back and I thought that was odd. I bet they like me. He told them about me and they like me, and so they had to come because he filed the report, but they really weren't looking for trouble, so they just waved at me and smiled and left because my landlord hasn't heard from him. I think I lucked out. My guardian angel took care of me again, and He called some Democrats to complain about me, is what I think might have happened. I gave myself a headache, I know. I know I did. I can't help it. It was really stressful. I mean, when they banned me for 7 days, it's been really stressful. I depend on you guys. He was impeached because he colluded with Russia. He colluded with Russia to modify the election. He colluded with Russia to impact the election, the 2016 election. That's why he was impeached. Hasn't Trump fired every staffer? Yep. Yep. Right, Sandra Mack? I'm telling you what, DeSantis is neck deep in the corruption. DeSantis has to make sure that he stays in office and Donald Trump wins the election, because when we find out what DeSantis has been doing... Thank you, Holly Martin. I'm going to take some meds to help me sleep. I am. Thank you, Linda. I'm so happy. My eyes are red. Yes, they're red. And I love the FBI. Oh, is that what I was saying? I was tired. My eyes are red and I love the FBI. Well, I don't love the FBI, but I trust them more than I do any other police enforcement. Thank you, Brittany K. I'm not so worried about it. I feel bad that guy got canceled, but oh my God, he really asked for it. Oh, I used to take Seroquel, but it is too much for me. I take, actually I take Mirtazapine. It's actually a medication that, it's a medication that is for, incontinence in elderly people, but its side effect is that it helps you sleep, and it's a real light sleep. You are still able to dream, and you wake up in the morning refreshed and not hung over like, Seroquel. I really like Mirtazapine. And you don't have to take it every day. If you take it one day, then you don't have to take it again for like a week or so, because it does a great job of getting your body back on schedule and synced, and then you don't need it again for a while. I really like it. I really do. Anyway, a lot of people like Seroquel though. Screw the haters, right? Yeah, they smiled and waved at me. Kava Kava are good pills. Huh. It should have been enough to get him out, but see, he owns Republicans in Congress. Republicans in the Senate are corrupt. I don't like the hungover feeling, right? That's right. Right? Remeron, Mirtazapine. It really does. That's what I take for sleep. Yep, it makes you sleep sound, but you can still dream. That's what I like about Mirtazapine, is you can still dream. With Seroquel, you don't dream. You go to sleep and you sleep until you wake up, and that's it. Like, you don't even fucking move. You don't wake up and go to the bathroom. You don't do shit. No, I don't use oils. I don't use oils. I have a headache because I was crying. I have cried a lot today. That's why I have a headache. I don't use oils. I'm not an oil person. Nope. Nopety, nope, nope. I do not have the wherewithal to keep track of that kind of shit. Your dreams are really weird. Yeah, Seroquel just altered my conscious state too much. It really did. And it knocked me out so bad that one time my bus got vandalized while I was asleep. And I didn't wake up. That was the last straw. That's when I stopped taking it. When my bus got vandalized and I didn't even wake up because Seroquel had me so knocked out. A couple times my cousin came over in the middle of the night when I was parked near her to wake me up to check on me or to ask me something or whatever. And I woke up and I staggered around and banged into walls and fell over. Some people around 600, really. So Seroquel is something that everybody responds differently to. For me, it knocked me out for 12 hours at a stretch. Yeah, I wouldn't wake up to go to the bathroom or anything. I couldn't, yeah, it put me too far out. And she kept increasing the dosage, and she also had me on Wellbutrin, which Wellbutrin has never helped me with anything. And I told her that, and she didn't care. She put me on Wellbutrin anyway, and she maximized the dose, and it wasn't doing any good. You're on 1,200 milligrams? Holy cow. Holy cow. Yeah, oh God, Seroquel. It was like knock you out. I still have a whole bunch of it. Like a whole fucking bunch of it in my medicine box. Because I stopped taking it. Well, I buy a whole bunch. I mean, like probably 60 days worth. Yeah, Wellbutrin XL, it did nothing for me. And she had me on the maximum dosage. I hate Wellbutrin. Well, this woman also told me, she was a psychiatrist, she told me to pray for a pedophile. I don't think I've ever taken trazodone. She told me just pray for this pedophile, because she had researched and found out that the pedophile was getting therapy. She's getting therapy. All we can do is pray for her. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're a psychiatrist and you just told me to pray for my pedophile? A pedophile that greatly impacted and destroyed my fucking life? And you want me to pray for her? She was working for a Christian hospital in Texas. The religious charities run the mental health programs for the poor. Religious charities run mental health programs for the poor. And that's the mental health program that I belong to, Religious Charities. And that psychiatrist helped me get my disability. But oh my God, I had to get the fuck away from her because she was doing nothing to help my conditions. Right? They're not therapists, and they're also, a clinical scientist should not be telling me to pray. Why is a doctor of science telling me to pray? Right? She told me to pray. I had a psychiatrist in Phoenix that wanted to do therapy, and he ended up losing his license because he didn't want to just do therapy, he wanted to fuck me. And he tried getting me addicted to opiates. He tried everything he could to make me fuck him, including threatening to put anything he wanted in my record so that I would lose my job. Have me committed so that I would lose my job. And I had to go to another psychiatrist and get him to help me. And the other psychiatrist said he would help me only on the condition that I filed a medical complaint against the one that I was leaving. I filed a complaint with the Phoenix Medical Board, and they ignored it. I had to file 4 complaints. Finally, when I sent in the 4th complaint, I called them and I said, I sent in a complaint last month. And they said, no, we don't have any record of any complaint like that. I said, I'm going to tell you what. I have faxed you every single time. I have the receipts from every single time I have faxed you. Every time I have faxed you, I have kept copies of it. I'm going to fax this complaint to you one more time. And if I have to fax it again, it's going to go to the Sun Sentinel. That's the, the Phoenix Sun, the newspaper in Phoenix. If I have to fax this complaint to you again, I'm faxing it to the newspaper, along with all the copies of all the other times I've faxed to you. I'm not fucking around anymore. Stop losing my complaint. And I faxed it to him again, and they went to his office that day and shut his ass down. And he checked himself into a sex addiction clinic in California. You wonder why I got Dr. PTSD? His name was what the hell was his name? Luis Rodriguez? Fuck! No, I need to remember his name. It sucked. It really did. Instead of telling you you're pregnant, the doctor told me where the abortion clinics were. Oh my God. Holy cow. Thank you, Elaine. You had a psychologist that committed suicide? Oh my God. Holy shit. Holy cow. When your shrink gives up. Oh my God. How horrible is that? Some doctors are real pervs. I worked with one who wanted to smell my feet and rub them all the time. He was an ER doctor. Oh my God. I dated a doctor, but I've also had a lot of doctors hit on me in their office, in the hospital. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It happens so much, especially when I'm thin. If I'm fat, they leave me alone. But when I'm thin, they take one look at my eyes and they lose their fucking minds. It's happened over and over again, and it is so disgusting. So disgusting. A psychiatrist committed suicide? Well, I think that psychiatrist ended up eventually committing suicide. You take so many pills that you rattle when you walk. I'm so sorry, Vicky. I hope they help. I hope you don't take all those pills and feel like you still don't have any help. Doctors are so totally overrated. It comes from a position of power. Nobody ever tells doctors, nobody ever talks to them straight. From the time they get in medical school, people start kissing their ass. And it is gross. It really is gross. I dated a doctor for 4 years. We met on the internet. And I want to tell you, when we first like, the first time that he was a doctor, and he, especially male doctors, right? But female doctors can be the same way. But this doctor didn't know how to have sex. No woman, he had only had sex with nurses during his residency and his all of the other schools that they have to go through. So the first time I had sex with him, now I got to know him and really liked him before this happened. I can't believe I'm telling this story on TV, but the first time I had sex with him, all he did was rub on my leg and finish. And he was like, oh, that was so good. He was like walking around like a fucking peacock, thinking that we had like the best sex. Well, he was from Pakistan. And so he'd never had sex with somebody until he came to America. And all the women he'd had sex with were nurses. And all the nurses just wanted him because he was a doctor. And so nobody told him that he sucked in bed. I'm like sitting there thinking, did that shit really just happen? I mean, because I really liked him. And so I was sitting there thinking, does that shit really just happen? Right? They told him he was great. He was like talking to me like, oh, that was so good. I'm like, so that was it. He left. I just got some leg. He got some leg. I didn't get shit. He got some leg. I didn't get shit. So this is story time, right? Oh, sorry, Tony. You're becoming one of my story times. I'm so sorry. That's okay. You went off and got married and had kids, and yeah, you did lots of good shit. Let me use your damn. I'm not gonna tell him your name, so I get to tell him your sex story. Sorry, dude, if you happen to see this. Anyway, this is funny. Because holy shit. So, so, so. So I really liked him. By that time, I kind of had a little attachment to him because we spent a long time. We met on the computer in 1995, which was unheard of. We met on America Online. Okay, you've got mail. Right when America Online first came out is when we met. We met in a group called Physicians Online. I went in the group to get help for my sister because she had, remember, I went in the group to get help for my sister because she was really sick with it was when they first discovered hepatitis C and they didn't have a cure for it yet, and she was really sick. And so I went into this group to meet to find a doctor for her, or to find out information about what she had. And I met him, and we talked on the phone for like a long time. Well, I mean, 6 weeks. We talked on the phone. His phone bills were like, this was back in the day when phone bills could get run up really high. Well, it was cheaper for us to, you've got mail, right? You've got mail. It was cheaper for us to talk on the phone than it was to be on AOL, because I couldn't afford that shit. Not as much as we wanted to talk. So he would call me and we would talk, but his phone bills were like, I mean, he was fresh out of his residency. He was an internist, and this was his first job. So he was first starting out, and he got assigned to the middle of bumfucked Egypt. I mean, he got a contract with a job that would pay him, help something with his, I don't know, something with, it helped him somehow beyond just pay, but it helped him with something. I don't know if it was loans or legal status in the country or whatever, because he went to medical school in Karachi, Pakistan, and then came to the United States to do all of his internships and, first year, second year, third year residency and all that shit. And then his specialty he did in the United States. So when I met him, he was on his first assignment, and we had talked a lot. I didn't realize how short he was. I was a tall girl. I was almost 5'9", and I really liked him. And I didn't realize how short he was until the night before I was supposed to leave the next day to drive across country. I was going across country to Massachusetts to pick my daughter up. And I had decided that I was going to stop by his place in Louisiana on my way to Massachusetts to get my daughter from her dad's. And so I was excited to meet him. I was really excited. We had been nonstop talking on the phone, and he was excited too. And then he told me how tall he is. And I was like, fuck. And he hadn't sent me a picture of himself either. He had a picture of me, but I didn't have a picture of him. And he hadn't. And I was like, right, Brittany? Okay, bye, Vicky. Well, this will be ready for you to watch. This will be ready for you. You can watch this again tomorrow. He called you an Amazon. I was 5'9", and I typically don't like short guys because I don't like guys where it feels like they have to use a ladder to climb on top. If they have to lean a ladder over and climb up, no, I'm sorry. I'm not a mountain that you get to fucking climb. If I feel like you had to just climb a mountain, I'm not interested. Or that's what I thought anyway. Mary Lou, do you not want to hear the rest of my story? Or do you want to talk the movie Hysteria? Because I'm not done telling the story. It's really funny. Anyway, so by the time I met him, okay, so I'm getting ready to go meet him, and I find out he's short. I forget how much shorter, but quite a bit shorter. So I found out he's short. Okay. Right? And so I found out he's short, and so I'm kind of going, eesh, shit, what did I get myself into? Fuck. I don't want to go meet him now. And I said, oh, I'm kind of worried about meeting tomorrow. And he said, oh, me too. I'm getting butterflies too. And I'm thinking, no, butterflies is not exactly what I had in mind. Butterflies is not what I was thinking. So anyway, I went there and met him, and I liked him. Okay, it was weird because I think he was like up to here, right? But I really liked him. Here's the thing: is we got to know each other. If I had just met him on the street, he's not somebody I would have ever looked at. But we got to know each other online before I knew anything about what he looked like, and I really liked him. So we ended up working through my weirdness about his shortness, but he had no idea how hard that was for me. It took me a minute to get used to it because that was typically a real big deal breaker for me, is somebody who was shorter than I was. I really didn't like it. So, but I ended up getting through it, and he ended up coming to visit me. When I got back from picking my daughter up, he ended up driving from Louisiana to my house. It's hard to date a short guy when you're tall. So he ended up driving from Louisiana to my house. When I got back from Massachusetts, he ended up driving to my house. And that was the first time. And what was really bizarre is because he was there and we had dinner. He came to my house and we had dinner and stuff. And I was really vibing with him. And I went in the bedroom to change the CD player, and he came in and he gave me like this great kiss. I was like, holy shit. Wow, this was great, So, and then, when we get in bed and that's what happens, I was like, what the fuck happened? I don't get it. What the fuck happened? But I liked him so much that it was like, okay, this has got to get better. Surely it's got to get better. So that weekend happened. He spent the night, and then he went home the next day. The next time I saw him, he invited me to go to Louisiana, and right, the kiss, and then it goes downhill, right? So the next time he was going to see me, he went home and he invited me to come to Mardi Gras. Or actually, it wasn't quite Mardi Gras. It was like Fat Tuesday or some shit. It was like one of the events in February right before Mardi Gras. And he was a couple of hours from Louisiana. So I would drive there on a Friday night, and then we would go to New Orleans, and then we would come back, and I would come home on Sunday night. And that sounded like fun. I'd never been to Mardi Gras. So I was like, sure, I'll come. So I go. Same shit happens. Next morning we go to New Orleans. It's really cold. It turns out to be like the fucking coldest record-setting cold spell in New Orleans that they have seen in, like, I don't know, 100-year cold spell. And it is the hotel rooms in New Orleans don't have sufficient heat. So we're freezing to death, all right? And it's no fun to walk around New Orleans when it's really cold. And I'm not a big drinker, and so I really didn't want to go out partying. And anyway, so it ended up that there was a lot of time in the hotel room. And finally, like the third time it happened, I was like, you know what? He tried to initiate, and I was like, I'm done. I was like, what do you mean? I said, no, I'm not done. I'm done. Actually, I put up with it until we got back to his house. Doesn't matter. I really did like him. That's the thing. The problem with really getting to know somebody before you go meet them is that if you really like them. So anyway, but listen, it's okay. It turns out to be okay. Because finally, after about the third or fourth time it happened, I was like, wait, I don't want to. I'm not going to. I was done. All right. After that, like, I gave him that much chance, and when it just kept happening over and over again, I was ready to walk. So I stopped and I was like, no, I'm not, I don't want to do it again. And he's like, why not? I said, because you're the only one who has fucking fun. What do you mean? You're a fucking doctor of internal medicine. You don't know what I mean? Are you kidding me? You don't know what I mean? Really? No, I don't know what you mean. So I told him, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I told him, I told him. And here's the neat thing about dating a good guy. Now, he's a good guy. Not all doctors. I don't think I've ever met a doctor who hit on me, who I thought had a good enough character that was worthy enough for me to date. But this guy had a good character. He was worthy for me to date. And when I told him, oh my God, he's a good study. You know, he was a smart guy. Fuck no! Shit, are you kidding me? No, nobody's ever had any fun when... No, nobody. You wonder why your ex-girlfriend threw a fucking cup at you and broke it on the wall? That's why. Nobody that has sex with you has fun. Nobody. Nobody has ever told him. Because he's a doctor. Rich people, people of power, nobody's ever straight with them. Nobody is ever fucking straight with them. And let me tell you, I just can't play that way. I do not understand women who get married and stay in a marriage for 30 years and only give them sex once in a goddamn blue moon because they don't want sex with their... Why be in a damn marriage if you don't like having sex with them? I did him... Oh, you know who I did a huge favor, hippie chick? Oh, you know who I did a huge favor? Because we went on to have a good relationship for about 4 years. But I'm not a Pakistani female, and he needed a Pakistani female. You need to communicate. If both parties are smart and able to communicate, you can overcome any obstacle. Any obstacle. That's what that relationship taught me. If you've got the love and the attraction and you, I don't know, I mean, he had everything else. All he needed was that. You know, you can communicate with each other and make it fucking work. And it's real important that you do that. At least to me, because I really like sex. You know, if this isn't going to work, no, I can't. No, we're going to have fun. Trust me, we're going to have fun. In that department, if I really like you, we're going to have fun. Or we're not going to do anything, okay? If you can't, yeah, anyway, but he was a good study. Here's the problem. He was also a good son, and he loved his mother, and his mother wanted him to marry a Pakistani woman. Yeah, so many guys are in it for themselves, and he wasn't at all. He wanted me to have fun too. And he just loved that I was honest with him, so, you know. But the thing is that he took my picture back to Pakistan and showed it to his mother, and his mother turned away. And I know that he loved me, and I really loved him. And I could have gotten him to come around, and we could have ended up together and married, but he would have never been really, really happy. I needed to cut him loose because he needed a Pakistani woman, and he also needed to have children, and I couldn't have children. I was too old. I couldn't have children, so he needed to find a Pakistani. We both cried like babies when we broke up. Both of us cried like babies, but it worked out for the best. And the person who I really did a huge favor was the Pakistani woman he fucking married. I promise you. I deserve to be in her will. That's all I gotta say, is I should be in her will. I did her the biggest favor because she would have been stuck married to him regardless of how good he was in bed. She would have been stuck married to him regardless of how good he was in bed. She would have ended up getting her leg humped too. Right? right? And she still would have been married to. So the favor was really all hers. She got all of the favor. All of the favor went to her. I deserve to be in her will. I really do. I really fucking do. But he taught me so much. And I went through some really hard... Right, Brittany? Holy shit. Right? She would have ended up getting her leg humped. And they would have had a miserable marriage because neither one of them would have ever been really satisfied. So for him, my gift to him was that, which is pretty fucking huge. And his gift to me was I went through a really, really, really hard time. And the fact that he loved me gave me confidence that I didn't have before. And when I lost a business while I was dating him. And I had a brand new house. I lost everything. Well, a big part of the reason why I lost everything, though, is because he talked me into stopping my fucking meds. When you hear me twist off on people who try to tell me, oh, you should stop your meds and do herbal shit, you should do this, you should do that. When you hear me twist off on people, it's because every time I go off my meds, my life falls apart. I had my shit together and I met him, and I didn't get invited to his wedding. He would have never had, I think they knew how to make it so that they could have kids, but that's all you were allowed to do. I mean, having that kind of intercourse in Pakistan gets you beheaded. Like, you will go to bad prison for doing that. Like, that is, even though it happens, it's really frowned upon. Well, because I taught him how to do it. How did they? But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. I was saying something. Oh, he talked me into going off my meds and my life fell apart. But at least he was there for me when my life fell apart. And he was there for me when my life fell apart. And he's the one who encouraged me to go to college. He told me, you need to go to college. 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 So no one and he was a doctor. So many doctors don't believe that psychiatric disorders are real or that psychiatric meds really work. And he didn't think I needed any of it. He didn't like that I was on ADD meds. He didn't think I needed any of it. And he started prescribing me all my medicine too. I would go to visit him and I would come home with like a whole basket full of free samples. He was like diagnosing all of my disorders and treating us. And, it's like when we broke up, it was like, oh, the free samples you gave me are all gone. Yeah, Brittany, he did. He was my doctor. No, I can't reply to comments with videos here. No, I can't reply to comments with videos here. But I can see the comments. I mean, hello, welcome, by the way. Nice to see you, Brown. D. Brown. Hi, Pino. It's so nice to see you. I'm so glad you came over. Yeah, but at least, here's the thing. If I hadn't gone off my meds, then things wouldn't have fallen apart. And then I would still have the daycare. And I wouldn't have had the opportunity to go to college. And I wouldn't have gotten a degree in computer science. And I wouldn't have ended up working for Lockheed Martin. And I wouldn't have ended up in a school bus talking to you guys right now. The fact that I went off my meds and my life fell apart and I ended up going to college changed my life to a completely different person. So, more Spirit's Guide, right? I did a story about my bus in one of my other story times, honey. So you can go watch my other story times. There's a couple of different stories in there that address the school buses, the schooly stuff. I've already talked about that. This is my bedtime story session, and I like to just tell a different kind of story every time. Although Today we did a lot of ranting about TikTok and how we should cancel TikTok. Right, relative ancestor? They get us to go off our meds. You know, after I'd been off my meds for a couple of years, actually, it was like a year and a half, almost 2 years after I went off my meds, he said, you know something? Maybe there is something to that medication you were taking. Oh, you think, motherfucker, now that I'm out of my goddamn mind crazy, now you think there might be something to that medication? Really? 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 Oh my God. I went, you know, I wasn't crazy at all until he talked me into going off my meds, and then I went crazy, and we used to fight something horrible after I went, oh my God. One time he didn't want to hear from me. We were having a fight and he didn't want to hear from me, so he turned his fax machine on. So every time I would call, I'd get the fax machine. So I was like, all right, motherfucker, you want a fax? I took the binary source code from an executable on my Windows 90 or Windows box and dumped it into a fax over and over and over and over and over again, and then used the fax program that used to come on your Windows. Like I had one of the very early Windows boxes, you know, and it used to have a fax program, and I faxed that shit to him. So when he came home from work, the whole roll of fax was in a big pile. You want a fax, motherfucker? Here's a fax. I'll give you a fax. You want to leave the fax machine on? Okay, here, watch this, motherfucker. Watch this. I sent him. I sent him binary code. That old fax paper, right? I mean, oh my God, we fought horrible. And after a bit of that, he said, you know, maybe there was something to that medicine you were taking. I was like, you think? Shit. You think? We had a lot of fun, but it wasn't meant to be. I'm really glad that I spent the time with him. He taught me what unconditional love was. He taught me that I can actually shouldn't judge someone by their physical appearance, because some of the best people are going to be in the book covers that you're not typically going to look at, you know, because I typically wouldn't have never dated someone who had a physical appearance as him. Short, pudgy, pimples. I mean, you know, I would have never dated someone that looked like him, but because we had a connection before I met him, it allowed me to get past that. And so it allowed me to realize that when you have a connection with someone, it really doesn't matter what they look like. That's not what's important. That's not where the really good stuff is. If you limit yourself to what someone's physical appearance looks like, you are really going to miss out on some good stuff. Because he and I, even though we didn't end up together and it broke our hearts, we shared a lot of really good stuff, you know. And so I'm not sorry about the relationship at all. I learned the hard way not to tell doctors that I'm the patient. It was worth it. I mean, because he supported me in going to college. I always wanted to go to college, but I didn't think I could do it. And he supported me in that. And because I did it, not only did I go to college and was I successful, but I found out exactly how smart I am. And that gives me all the confidence that I have today. I would have never realized exactly how smart I am if I hadn't gone to college and gotten my IQ tested and gotten to study things like computer science. I mean, I would have never dreamt that I could have done classes like computer science. I thought I was stupid, you know. You learn something from everything, right? It's med time. Let's take our meds. I'm going to get off of here because I've been on here for an hour and a half. I've really enjoyed this story time. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I really do. And I'll see you tomorrow morning at 7. I'll be on tomorrow morning at 7. I'm going to set an alarm. I'm going to take my medicine right now and get to sleep. Okay, I'll see you guys later. It's past my bedtime too, so I'm going to get off here too. I love you guys. Thank you for coming. Oh my God, I can't believe you all came. I hope you enjoyed story time. Did you enjoy story time? Did you enjoy story time? Oh, great. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right, you guys, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.